Hi guys, Jack Seeley here from Seeley Chiropractic Clinic. I just wanted to do a quick video today that matches my Instagram and Facebook post earlier about forward head carriage. It's something that affects pretty much everybody nowadays because of the sort of lifestyle that we have. And what I'm talking about is that when we're sitting, we tend to sit so much nowadays, our heads are coming too far forward. And what that will do is actually put a lot of extra pressure and stress on certain structures in the body, and then those structures are going to start getting irritated. So if you think about the head, where it needs to be is directly in line with the shoulder and the hips. So if that head is coming forward, what happens is that the body is going to become more flexed. So it's going to come into a more flexed position. And the flexion creates a few different things. So what you'll find is that the flexion will create tightness in your deep neck flexors, which are small muscles around the inner part of the neck. And you're going to get tightness through your scalene muscles, which is more the bigger muscle on the side. And that tightness can eventually lead to weakness as well. And this is a really important area for it to be functioning properly. So when it gets tight like this, what can happen is it's going to affect the lymph gland drainage. So the drainage is not so good. It can affect the circulation because the blood flow goes through these muscles, and it can generally trigger things like headaches and certain types of pain, neck pain as well. So that's one factor. The other factor when you get the flexion going on is that you're going to get tightness on your chest. So all your pec muscles, your pec major and pec minor, which go from here and insert into the humerus bone into here, they get tighter. So what happens is you're going to get rounding of the shoulders. So rounding of the shoulders will create a few different factors as well. One of them will be, it is actually going to eventually lead to a harder ability for that person to be able to breathe. It's going to be harder for them to take deep breaths because they don't have the range of motion to expand their lungs. So that tightness through there, the inability to be able to breathe in deeply, will eventually cause a knock-on effect as well. And that typically will mean you will get an increased amount of stress and tension again through the neck, because the muscles in here then have to work harder to help you with your breathing. Yeah. So there's always a knock-on effect when you lose function in the body, and that's something that's really important to think about. So this, going back to the original points of the flexion of the spine, we talked about weakness and tightness through the neck, weakness and tightness through the chest. We're also going to look at what it does to the spine. So in the thoracic region, in the middle part of the back, that will tend to be more curved. So you'll get an increased thoracic kyphosis. That increased thoracic kyphosis will also lead to more stress and tension through the spinal joints. Stress and tension there can lead to pain and discomfort and various other symptoms in that part of the body. So there's a really big knock-on effect from having that forward head posture. So that is something that we can try and improve by certain key stretches and movements. Okay, so the first one you're going to look at is the pec stretch. Okay, so you've got to be stretching your chest more. So you can do that quite simply by putting your arm against the wall if I want to stretch this side, lean into it and turn the head in the opposite direction and pull these muscles in. Okay, so we're going to open up the chest. When you do a pec stretch, you can do it up, middle and low. So then you're going to stretch the whole muscle group. Okay. The next one is a video that I showed you a while back on my YouTube feed, and you'll be able to find that. That's the anterior inner scalene muscles, which is when you're holding the chair, turning the head around 10 degrees, and you're going to pull it back whilst holding the chair. So you're going to open up this. Okay. And the other one is the thoracic mobility. So you're going to use something like a foam roller for that, which is very good, where you're just rolling over the foam roller. I can do another video for you about how to do that properly if you're interested. You can leave a comment if you're interested in me doing that video for you. But just general thoracic mobility, you're going to be looking at flexion and extension movements. Flexion, extension. So you can do that in a cat position when you're on all fours. You may have seen that. I can also show you a video of that if you're interested. But generally, I'm going to give you those 3 takeaways that you can do today straight away. If you think you may have a forward head carriage, you can, most of us do, so you should do those exercises anyway. But if you want to kind of double check, press in here, just above the clavicle bone. Does it feel tight? Okay, these areas, they should be fairly soft, so you should get some give when you press into it. If it feels like you're pressing against stone, you've got a forward head carriage. Okay, so those scalene muscles are super overworked. So those exercises, those 3 exercises, the pec stretch, the scalene stretch, and the thoracic mobility, is going to be super, super important for you. Okay, so I'm just going to leave you with that today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I will get back to them. And if you're interested in any specific videos or any help on any topics, let me know, reach out to me, and I will give my best and most detailed information and helpful information as I possibly can. I'm here to help people, help as many people as possible. I have 2 clinics, Helsinki and Oulu. I've got a great chiropractor working up there as well, Elisa Rakama. So if you would like to make an appointment, you can book directly via email, or you can get in contact, phone call or message. Okay. Anyway, I'll leave it to you. Let me know if it's any good, this video. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm here for you. Thanks a lot.